How you doing? This is your girl Key Ice. Welcome to Music Monday. We have a very special guest with us today. Before I announce her, I do want to say that we're basically rebooting the Music Monday show. So this is the first episode that we've had for a minute, and we do appreciate you guys for joining us today. Sorry for the delay on that. That was something. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. But basically, we do have a very special guest today, and she is not only a model, she's also an actress. She is also a hip hop artist. She does so many things. She has multiple talents, and we are very honored to have her on the show. She's also the Music Monday Artist of the Month, and we would like to introduce you guys to Dior the Chocolate Doll. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
And everybody, I do apologize for the delay because I actually sent her the wrong link. So she actually was on time waiting, and that was just that was my fault. I do apologize for that. But welcome
It's
to the
all
show.
good. It's all good, girl. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, most def. So looking at your socials, you have so much going on, and to start off with, could you kind of give everybody an overview like of what you do for those that don't know? Because I know you're very well known, not only in the Ohio area and Atlanta, like across the nation, but for those that don't know that much about you, could you go ahead and tell us?
Okay, well, my name is Dior the Chocolate Doll. I'm originally from Ohio. I'm new to Atlanta. I'm a multi-published model. I'm an actress. I do like voiceovers and things like that. And I'm also now I was started off as like a ghostwriter, and now I'm actually an artist myself. So I've been in games since I was 3 years old doing modeling, and now I'm like branching off into the other side right now.
Wow. Okay. So I'm from Ohio too. I was like,
You
okay,
are? What
that's what's up.
part?
I'm from Lorraine. What part are you
Lorraine.
from?
I'm from Akron, so
Okay.
not too far.
Right. That's what's up.
That's dope.
Okay. And I was reading about some of your modeling work and understand you first got started modeling when you were in Ohio. Could you
Uh-huh.
tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I actually started modeling when I was like 3 years old. I did beauty pageants. I actually am a three-time winner of Ohio Beauty Queen. Went from that to being into bar design and pro modeling management, where I did like Mitso commercials, different little commercials back when I was younger. So I started off doing that, and then like branched off to like when I got older, doing different fashion shows, and I also was a model for Jada Kiss like 3 years ago doing Kiss the Runway. I was his floor
Okay.
model and he handpicked me himself. So that's where I started with Ohio doing beauty pageants.
That's what's up. Wow, since 3 years old. Oh my goodness. So you
Yes.
you know all about the behind the scenes stuff, everything that goes on there.
Yes. And it's like to the point now that I get booked to like I've been doing my modeling coaching thing. So like people like, hey, I need help on the runway. It's my first time where I got this, my daughter getting started. So I've been doing that lately of like being a model coach. Even males been asking me for help one point he's on the runway.
Wow, that's awesome right there. And congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
modeling awards as well.
Thank
So
you.
um and you mentioned that because I know you've worked with several different artists, and you just mentioned Jada Kiss as being one of them. Um, how is it behind the scenes when you're working these type of events with these major artists? I'm sure there's a lot of commotion going on.
Oh my
Could you
God.
tell us
Yeah,
a little
that
bit?
show in particular, it was in Cleveland. It was a like it was supposed to be like a love story type of thing, the way they had the settings and stuff, and they had Jadakiss as a special guest. They had models which were supposed to audition to be like a part of it to walk his certain part of the runway, which he handpicked me. And being that I had already kind of met him because of my music, I used to do mixtapes. So I'm like, oh my God, I finally get to meet him. When he met him, like, oh yeah, hey, I just talked to you the other day. So it was kind of lit. I was kind of nervous, but it was actually
Yeah.
dope where the next couple of days he reached out like, hey, I finally met you. Like, let's get this music popping. Like, what song you about to drop? You know, it was kind of lit. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. And so,
Yeah.
okay, so at that time, you were also doing music as well.
No, I actually was
You
just
actually start doing
modeling.
music.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really like I've been doing music like behind the scenes for other people. I didn't actually start like getting into my own until I actually was found by DMX. So once he found me because of people sending him my mixtapes, and he actually passed away a little bit before he was gonna have me be an independent artist on his next project, and
Oh
we didn't get
wow.
to start that. I was literally like writing behind the scenes for people. My homegirl, she does Fashion Week in Atlanta, and she's like, "Hey, D, I need you to come open up for Fashion Week." I'm like, I ain't got no song. You know, I do mixtape stuff, so I literally went in the studio like playing around with the beats, and I made the beat to let them see it, and I wrote that like just playing around and didn't know it was gonna take off how I did. So literally, let them see is like my big first single ever. Everything else like mixtapes.
Oh wow. Okay. That's a lot to take in. Okay, so you met DM. Okay, so when did you meet DMX? And we're gonna backtrack and go to some of the other stuff you just
Um,
said.
what happened was like, okay, so I do like mixtape songs. I'm known as like freestyling, so I always cover artist beats and things. I had remixed his with these one from that song, and I sent it to him just playing around. Like a year or two later, after I sent it, he inboxed me, was like, "Hey, this fire." Matter of fact, this one I had SoundCloud. He's like, "I checked out your whole SoundCloud," and he actually compared me to Eve and Little Kim. He like, "You're a
What?
mixture in between them." And he was like giving me my props. He was naming songs that I did. He's like, matter of fact, I got this artist project that I'm working on. I would love for you to be the first lady I'm adding on to this. And I was like,
Wow.
2 months later, I was actually in the hospital at the same time. He passed away. So we only started like one little pinch of a song, and I didn't get to finish the rest. So I'm like now getting back into it. That broke my heart. He's like one of my top artists. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's amazing. And RP DMX, man,
Yes, I love him. That broke my heart
it's so
so
missed.
bad. But to be able to meet him, that meant everything to me.
Yeah, most stuff. And as far as your music production, so you actually make beats as well, and you
Yes.
ghostwrite for artists as well. Wow, you
Yeah,
do
I
everything.
ghostwrite. I make beats. Like I started when I was younger, when line wire and all that stuff like that. Back in the day, I used to be sitting in my grandma's room like making beats. Get up out of here! But it came in handy because I know how to do all that if it comes down to it. There's certain beats that I like that people don't make where I'm from, so I always had to make my own beats back then, and I just got used to doing that.
Oh, okay. All right. And as far as the ghostwriting for other artists, how did you get into that? Like, was it were you going to shows and you just happened to meet artists that you?
No, actually, like I've been writing for a long time, like literally since I was like young, 2005. I've been
Oh,
writing for artists in my hometown, but like I had artists like your pen game is fire. Even it's been I keep it real, all dudes that I have wrote for that come to me like, hey, you talk savage, like And so, they just asked for me to help them out with songs, and a lot of their songs is popping right now, and they have got like big streams on Spotify and all. But yeah, I love doing that. It's fire.
okay, that's what's up. And as far as being an artist in Atlanta right now, how has it like? Can you kind of talk about how it's different compared to the Akron, Ohio scene, like
Oh
the
my
main differences?
gosh, girl! Like not to downplay my city. I love y'all Akron, but like I started off because like when I first did Let Them See It Roadie, and I did showcases back home, but it was like my city don't show certain artists. If you're not from like Cleveland, because that's where mainly all the artists are up there, they don't show you that love. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my talents down to where I know it's big at. And once I got down to Atlanta and my songs started getting popping everywhere, like I'm playing in strip clubs and all, like it's so different because I get to love, people interact. It's more of that vibe. Like my feel of how I rap goes more with down here than up there. But yeah, I
Mm,
love it down here.
I feel you. And as far as like, because Atlanta, hear a lot about just the different competitions. So how have you made yourself stand out from the rest down there?
Um, that's what's crazy because I wasn't expecting like myself. Like I'm from Ohio, like little old Akron. I really haven't done showcases. I get booked to perform at like pop up shops. They booked me to do tours. I did a Pap Chanel event. They literally like come to me for it. My song went viral last year out of nowhere. King of Diamonds, Atlanta played it. King of Diamonds, Miami, G5, Miami started playing it. And then like what really made it pop was I just was scrolling down Instagram and I see my song with a blog for like Krishan and Blueface post. And
Wow.
everybody started following me off of that. And then like some a female that has a store that sells like feminine products and stuff like that used it to promote her products and it just took off after that. I never expected like, oh my song playing in the strip club. I walk in, they like start playing it. So I love it. It's I wasn't expecting it.
I mean, it's a catchy song. I was singing it earlier today. I was like, damn,
Ah,
double
that's
T.
right.
I mean, I like that it's hype. You know, that's I love that. You know, because some people they'll come out and put something more mellow out, but I like that it's like a party type song. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
wanted to make something like that. Like, I want something that, because I love to dance. That's part of my background. I want something to make the ladies feel good and dance. You know what I'm saying? Not too crazy, but something where we're like, we feeling sexy. Let's turn it. We lit tonight. Let's dance. You know?
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. And as far as different, um, because I know you do have your upcoming EP,
hmm
and when do you plan on releasing that?
Um,
Body
I'm
language.
thinking about dropping that. I was gonna drop it a couple months back, but my management's like, no, keep pushing, let them see it because it's starting to pop, really pop right now. So I'm actually
Mm,
gonna try to drop that in July. I just recorded two more songs on there, so it's finished. We're finishing up the cover, so I'm so excited because it's different, a little
okay.
different side of me. So I'm ready to drop that. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Okay. Can't wait to hear it. And as far as let them see it, um, when you first wrote that song, did you have? Because I know you said you were kind of surprised about how viral it went when when it dropped.
hmm
What did you have in mind for that song? As far as like, um, did you plan to push it even more? Like, as far as like traveling across the country, performing, performing that song, things like that.
Actually, like once I started making the beat and I went to a studio, this was like my first time at a huge studio and like you record on the stage. So I'm like listening to it while I'm rapping. I'm like, hey, this sound like some club stuff, you know? This sound real fire. I actually freestyled it. So I was really
Oh,
just playing around with
okay.
it. But when they played it back and everybody in the studio like, hey, no, 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 keep it like that. Keep it like that. I'm adding on. I
Yeah.
never was gonna think that was gonna be how it was because I literally was just trying to make something for that show that I was saying like in Atlanta opening up. You need a
Oh,
song,
okay.
open up the fashion week. So I wasn't expecting it to like take off how it did. But once I heard, I'm like, I can hear this in strip clubs. I can hear this in the clubs. I can see
Yeah.
myself performing it. You know, get some dancers, turn up, get lit on the stage. You know, so it ended up being more than what I thought it was gonna be.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's the thing about certain songs like that. They're just so catchy. They just just gravitates to everybody. So
hmm
I'm really
And it's
happy of the
crazy.
success. Mm-hmm.
More dudes. It's a lot of dudes that's I have more fan dudes that like that song more than the females. I'm like, what?
Oh, really?
Dudes love that. I guess it's the hook part that gets to them. They I hear the dudes shitting it when
Yeah.
I'm performing it.
Yeah. Wow. And as far as the the experiences that you've had in the Atlanta area, as far as like just the different networking, because you say you network a lot with
hmm
different entities and things like that. I know you have your entertainment company, Blue Guap Entertainment.
hmm
How have you been networking with different entities in the area to grow your music and everything that you do?
I stay networking because I do so many different things. Like even when it's like a fashion show or something, like, hey, y'all need some performers. I got a fire
Mhm.
song. Like, hey, y'all need me to perform. I'm always like network with people. I'm plugged in with a lot of promoters and things that I always tie it into one. I'm always willing. Any promoter that booked me for a show, hey, y'all having a fashion show? I need a model. Like I'm always willing to throw my name out there.
I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's up. And it's been going great for you, and I commend you for that because especially being a newer artist, just trying to get out there. I mean, it can be difficult sometimes, but I really commend you with everything that you're doing.
Thank you
And
so much.
you also host a show as well, right?
I host all
Radio
types.
show.
Oh, a radio show?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a co-host on Trap City Radio.
Okay. Shout out to
Yes.
Chark City Radio.
Shout
That's
out
what's
to
up.
y'all. What up, y'all?
And I did also want to ask you about um, just trying to balance, with everything that you're doing, trying to balance like relationships. Like, has that been difficult? Just trying to balance everything and have a good work-life balance.
No, it's not actually hard because the person that I'm with is actually entertainer too. So
Okay.
it's actually like we balance each other. So when I'm going through something, I'm able to go to him and
Yeah.
vice versa. We understand the life. It get hard at times because of schedules and things, but we've been making it work. So it's actually not bad at all.
Okay. I mean, that's really good because, you know, especially being in entertainment, yeah, that I think that is a plus to have somebody that's in entertainment with you as well. So that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely good. Let's talk a little bit about um, the rap beefs going on because there's so many of them.
Yes.
So the one I want to ask you about is the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake one. I mean, they've added more people since then, but let's start
Yeah,
with
I've seen that.
um. So what did you think about when J. Cole apologized to Kendrick?
I kind of was like, but then out of respect, I understood because he's not that type of person. If you look at him, he's not that type of get into the craziness and not he don't want to, what I'm saying, get too crazy in it. So I respected what he did, but I'm like, man, you're supposed to come with it. You got to go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I felt on the inside. But being I know what type of artist he is, I know he wasn't gonna do too much craziness.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, I felt the same way. I was like, why you gotta
Right? I'm like,
apologize?
if you don't say something, go
It's a
hard.
diss. That's what a diss is all about. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? But and I actually did not expect him to actually delete it too, because I know he said
Yes.
he was going to. I really didn't think he was going to do it that fast. He did pretty
I
fast.
would at least wait like a couple weeks. I need to let you hear it at least, then delete it.
Yeah, because I mean, I still see people saying they didn't even hear it. So I'm like, man, it's messed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then did you hear Drake and Kendrick Lamar's? Because theirs came out a couple days ago. I know
I
Kendrick's came out
heard I
earlier
didn't I
today.
heard Kendrick Lamar's, I didn't hear Drake's.
Okay.
But I'm like, I love Kendrick though. He fired with the bars, so yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, I love this type of energy though because it's real rap. They speaking from the
Yeah.
heart, even though it's a beat, but it's real rap. So I love it, even though it's messy.
Right. Right. And as far as being, a lady in hip hop, how have you noticed, or have you noticed any differences in treatment, like at shows? Because, I know sometimes just being a female, just in anything, in any industry, we tend to get treated a little different. So I was wondering if you've noticed that, and if like what the effects have been of that.
Yes, it's so hard being a female in the industry, especially coming from the modern world, trying to branch off. You get doubted. They sleep on you. That's why I had to take my talents because back home, like I had issues with that of winning a huge showcase, a tour, and I get played for some male artists, even though I won and I don't get on, certain stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's very hard. You get slept on a lot. You got to prove them wrong and make them be like, hey, eat their words up. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Make them eat it right up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely understand that. And speaking of being slept on, I noticed that you are also nominated for your ATL Raps for Artists to Watch Out For.
Yes. Yes,
Congratulations
I
on it.
am. Thank you so much. That surprised me because I wasn't expecting that. And I was just literally, they sent me the videos to tag me, and I'm like looking, I'm like, I'm up. What? This is my first time, my first single. I'm up for artists to watch. So
That's
make
what's
sure
up.
y'all, if y'all voted, thank y'all if y'all voted for me.
That's what's up. Do you plan on being at the award ceremony
Oh
on the
yes,
27th
the
of this month?
27th. Yes, I'll be there.
Okay,
Yes, I
cool.
can't wait. I hope I win. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Oh yes. Hope you win as well. We'll actually have representation out there, so hopefully we'll
Oh,
get to yeah.
nice.
Hopefully we'll get to meet you out there. And I know you also have you have. Can you tell us a little bit about your modeling event coming up in October?
Oh yes, I actually got casted to do LA Fashion Week for the first time, which is October 12th. I'm very excited about this. My first time doing this when I've done Carolina, Atlanta, I did Miami. So this one's a little bit bigger. They have like celebrities out be performing while we walk, and I'm bringing my signature walk. They like, we
Okay.
don't have no choreograph this one. Bring your walk. So I'm ready. I can't wait.
Okay. Nice. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
And you're a model of the year. I was like, you have so many things going on, and I'm like, I gotta make sure I mention all of them. But can you tell us about the model of the year award that you recently won?
Yes, I won December last year with Black Network. I won Black Network Entertainment. I won Hottest Model in Atlanta in of the year. Hottest Model of the Year in Atlanta.
Okay.
Um I literally didn't even know, even that when I didn't know I was up, I was a presenter for some awards that I was, had a flyer up for. And I found out like a couple of days later, put up a post on my page like, hey, Team Dior, I need y'all to go vote. And kind of find out I won. I got my little trophy. I was like, this is my first time winning that. And that meant everything because I literally been grinding for that one. So that meant everything.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So much going on. And as far as let's go back to the ghostwriting again because
Hmm.
um how does an artist go about like when you work with work with an artist that wants the ghostwriting, like how does that even come about? Like, is that something where they kind of like you see them, having, kind of struggling with their lines or something, and you, talk to them about that, or they just know you ghostwrite and they approach you?
Yes, I've been that. It'd be more so like, I have artists that hit me up on advice type of thing, like, hey,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
writing this song, how does it sound? And then I like give my advice, or they're like, hey, what should I add? And it did end up me like I'll do it for you, just you know what I'm saying. I'll help
Mm,
you out and do it like that and help them out.
yeah.
Um, and once I did like one song, I did like
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Let's see. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm gonna remove you from stage and then add you back. Just a second. Would that help? Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. Yeah, it looks like we lost audio. Let's see. Let's see if we can get audio back. Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, well, we temporarily lost audio with Dior the Chocolate Doll, but she will be back here shortly. I did really quick want to touch base on some of the latest releases until she comes back on because we've been checking what's going on. If you are an artist and you have music that you'd like to submit to Homebase Radio, make sure you send that to us at homebasepromo@gmail.com. But some key releases that I wanted to mention were Key Glock and Young Dolph, RIP Young Dolph. They just released the Let's Go remix. That song is really hot already. The remix is even hotter with Young Dolph on there. We also had Kato on the track with Paul Wall and E40. They released a track called Tuned Up. And Keisha Day. It's been a little minute since Keisha Day had released something, but she has a new song called Handle Me that just released as well. And we also have Big X the Plug, Meet the Sixers, featuring Rosama and Young Hood. So y'all make sure y'all check those out. There's so much music that's been releasing, it's not even funny. And Charlie Black got the Birthday Flex. I actually just released a song as well. Um, but yeah, it's also a birthday song. We got Champagne Moments by Rick Ross. He just, speaking of Rick Ross, he also dropped a diss track. Like, where he come in, and I was like, where did he come in on it? Um, I don't know what's going on. There's just everybody trying to get in. I think what it is, all these artists, they see, it's everybody's lit right now. They're like, oh, they got this hard. Everybody's, because everybody's like, man, I'm the artist they need to be listening to. So I think it's kind of more of like a ego type of thing, ego type of thing where they just like, let me get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they really don't have beef, because I don't know if y'all heard, but Kendrick Lamar brought out J. Cole at his event the other night. He was performing and he brought J. Cole out. Everybody was going crazy. But I mean, I'm like getting updates by the hour on all this stuff that's going on. It's so crazy. But yeah, you gotta listen to Rick Ross's as well. Honestly though, I think out of everybody, the one that really stands out to me was the one that Drake did, because he's like, drop and give me 50. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super catchy. And out of everybody, I would say here's one so far. Here's one, and then I'd say J. Cole is number two. Ugh, man, y'all don't get at me, y'all don't get at me, because I mean, this is my opinion, but um Kendrick Lamar, his went really hard, right, with lyrically, but the beat, I wasn't quite feeling that beat. I was like, because the beat was like, he had a lot going on, so I wasn't really feeling the beat for his. I think he should have chose another beat, but I did. I was feeling the lyrics. He said some hard stuff in his as well, but at least that's how I rank them. And that's not how I rank the actual artists themselves, but that's how I rank their diss tracks. Drake, J. Cole, and then Kendrick. And y'all, I know a lot of you was talking about how not Kendrick, how J. Cole was basically saying some stuff in his that y'all didn't feel was quite true or what have you, like as far as the um when he was saying, if like we wouldn't even be mentioning you if you hadn't brought us up, stuff like that. And again, I had mentioned this on my show, which is Rep My Block show on Saturdays. It was the other Saturday I mentioned this, but I feel like it was more of him just saying, at this moment, like at this moment, we wouldn't be bringing you up at this moment if you hadn't brought us up. That's how I took it. So I know a lot of people were like, yeah, whatever, but for that, I liked his beat. The beats, y'all. The beat's always a big thing for these diss tracks. I mean, it's a diss track, yes, but at the same time, if you're gonna publish a diss track like an actual song, then I'm definitely checking out that beat. So that's why I ranked them how the way I ranked them. But let's see, let's see if we can get her back on. There was some technical difficulties there, but make sure y'all are checking out Dior the Chocolate Doll, because she's doing some major things right now in the Atlanta area. She's from Ohio. I was like, okay, girl, you from Ohio? That's what I'm talking about. I'm from Ohio too, and it's really good to hear some people from Ohio doing the dang thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a small state. We're a little tiny state, and so if anybody does something out of Ohio, I gotta give them some props. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her for that. She's done so much. She's a model, an actress, a producer, a ghost writer, and a hip hop artist. Like, she actually makes the beats that she raps on. So that's a huge plus. Everything's a huge plus. She got the modeling stuff going on. Um, the acting stuff going on. But if you guys have not checked out her song, it's called Let Them See It. We're actually not going to play it tonight because it's actually on Homebase Radio. Just go to homebaseradio.com. On the first page, you'll see her picture. Click that, and in the article, there's a video of Let Them See It. Y'all gotta check it out because it's so catchy. But um, I'm like, I don't know. I actually did not plan to do any live curating tonight because we had her on tonight. However, considering the technical difficulties that were going on, I'm like, man, maybe I don't know what y'all think. Should I do some live curating? I don't know. Um, but actually, yeah. First, before we do that, what we're gonna do is go ahead and see if I can share the screen to Home Base Radio so y'all can see what's going on over there. I could share with y'all her her article, and then we can check out some of the playlists over there. So let's do that first, and hopefully she'll come back on before then. But here we go. Okay, so let's see. Okay, just making sure it's up. Let's close the ad here. Okay, so this is the first page of homebaseradio.com. As you can see, we got some of the playlist featured here, and Music Monday artists up here. Dior the Chocolate Doll. So let's check her out over here. I don't know. She didn't say. Oh, here's okay. Yeah, she didn't say we should play that song. So I'm not gonna go out of line and play her song. But the music video is here in the article. We're on the live right now, so everything is not populating right away. There's a little delay on that. But I did wanted y'all to see that. See, look, I done got myself in trouble right here. I done got myself in trouble over here. Getting stuck. Okay. Yeah, there's a little delay, but the video is right here, embedded in the article. It's called Let 'Em See It by Dior the Chocolate Doll. Make sure y'all follow her on all of her socials. On all of her socials is at Dior the Chocolate Doll. And her video is right here on, again, it's on homebaseradio.com. She got some sexy pictures here. That's what I'm talking about. And she is the featured artist for the month. Okay. She's back. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was in the waiting room.
Back.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that was, I'm not sure either because, okay, I'm
It
glad you're
just
back
went back
in any
over.
case.
Sorry, y'all.
Now, we were just telling them about some of the latest releases that are out and things like that, but I'm very glad you're back. Um, I wanted to ask you because I want to know, like, as far as female hip hop artists, um, who are the your top right now? Like your top three, besides yourself, of course, because we know you're in the top. But your top three female hip hop artists.
I say like all times. I don't really listen too much of the newer ones, but like I love Little Kim. That's one of my biggest ones.
Yeah.
Lil Kim, Remy Ma, and I do love Cardi B. So like
Okay.
Meg, Fire too. They're my top, but yeah, Lil Kim above everybody. She's still the queen out of everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can never forget about her. Remy Ma, yeah, Remy Ma. That was a, yeah. She's good too. I love Remy Ma
I love
as
her. She
well.
come with the bars every time.
She really does. Okay, okay. So now male artists. Who are your top three male artists?
Out of all, number one, Tupac, of course. Then we
Okay.
got DMX, and I love Lil Boosie. I'm a huge fan of
Lil
him. I love
Boosie.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, I love him.
I didn't expect that one. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
now
I
he.
got a little savage side. He brings a little savage side.
Yeah,
I
I
love
mean
him. I
he
love
does
him.
bring it. Okay, Tupac, DMX, Lil Boosie. Okay, you got some interesting top threes there. Okay, I like it. That's what's up. And who would you say have been your biggest musical influences?
Um,
I know you mentioned DMX before.
yeah, he's actually like it's different. Like if I'm the soft, side of Dior, like female version, it'll be like Little Kim and Trina. I love Trina too. Um, Male, like I love Bootsy and I love DMX on the more savage side when I go into that mode of my gangster rap, then because I do drill music, so I go more onto that side.
Okay, I feel you on that. And so the song that you, I mean the EP that you have coming up in July, is that more? Would you say that that's more what, like the style? Is it more drill or is it kind of a mixture?
No, that is my mix. My EP is called a Body Language. It's more like on a kind of let them see it type of vibe. It's more of like a grown and sexy vibe. So it's
Okay.
giving that getting home from work, getting sexy for your man type of vibes on there. I do have some songs also singing on there, so
Oh, you
it's
sing
more of
too.
yeah. So it's more like a
Wow.
grown and sexy vibe. Now I do have a mixtape. I'm working on. I will be dropping that has more of the drill side to it.
Okay. Nice. Wow, I didn't know. Okay, so when did you start singing?
I started off younger in the church choir.
Okay.
I've been singing since I was a little kid, like 8 years old, church choir. I just don't show that side too much, but people like, hey, you need to start singing something. Let them hear you. So I do have some songs where I'm singing and rapping together on my EP.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Man, I cannot wait to hear your EP. I
I
can't
can't
wait
wait for
to
y'all
hear
to
it.
hear it.
Yeah. And as far as your favorite performance, what would you say your favorite performance thus far has been?
um, I did a Winter Wonderland concert. That was like one of my favorite ones. But my top one I did Float of Flame pay-per-view show where they had to book me to close the concert out. It was like live stream with pay-per-view for the artists on there. And that was like the biggest thing I ever done, which it was like live, they're like all cameras in your face filming. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm last to close. I was so nervous, but the reaction to the audience was so fire. And it turned out so lit. And to see myself like actually on the screen and stuff was so dope. So that was like
Wow.
my favorite one. Sounds good entertainment. So shout out to them.
Okay, and that was in Atlanta, that
Uh
performance?
huh. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Nice. And as far as like any because there's so many artists in the Atlanta area that are like popping. So
Mm.
as far as like promoters, are there any particular promoters that you tend to gravitate to as far as like who's throwing the best shows and things like that?
Not really, cause me personally, promotion and exposure is exposure and promotion. So
Yeah.
I normally do stuff that I know that's legit, that is not nothing janky. So if whoever reach out like, hey, I need you to perform with this, and I've been booked for a lot of things that's like big name things, even hosted Finesse 2 times parties and stuff. So
Okay.
whoever comes to me, as long as I know it's legit and they talking, I'm cool with whatever. So it's not like a certain thing I go to.
Okay. All right. And have you hosted your own events, and which ones have you hosted if so?
Of my own,
Hmm.
I haven't had really of my own events. I didn't host so many parties for other people. I didn't even did a tour. I did the original Guap gang in Cleveland. They had a tour of everybody getting back together. I was the first lady back in the day. I started off with them. That's when I first started rapping when I was younger. And they're like, "Hey, we back in town. Come host this party." And it ended up being a sold out tour, 3-day event, and it was so many people. I was nervous, but I had it rocking. I didn't hosted so many parties. I did one with the guy from P Valley. I hosted some parties with him
Okay.
down here in Atlanta. I did some people with Soldier Boy, like a bunch of people that I've hosted for. Like I'm always booked hosting something. Freaking it coming up too. I'm hosting that too.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I actually saw the flyer for that one. And can you tell us a little bit more about that event? Because I know that's coming up. When is that one?
That is a 3-day weekend. June
Okay.
21st to the 23rd. It's actually we have a mansion party the first night. The second night is a pool party. And the third night is at the club. It's just a bunch of people kicking in. You know, we got some performers. Last year we had the Claremont Twins that came out as a special guest. They didn't tell us who this year, but it's a 3-day weekend. We got a big house, a mansion for the pool party. It's gonna be a whole vibe. Come turn. I'm trying to get them to let me perform my song, but keep my
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Okay. Nice. That sounds like fun. I mean, 3-day event. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
gonna be live. That's gonna be real live. As far as artists from Ohio, like have you met any other artists that have like came from Ohio and moved down to Atlanta? Like have you networked with any of them?
Um, I actually not artists. It's been like people that came from my hometown, not from my city, but from like Columbus. That's
Okay.
actors that's doing stuff down there.
Okay.
Which one? Shout out to Blue Check Javinci. He's from Ohio. He's actually gonna be. He's actually in the Walking the Conkville movie. And he's playing Lil
Okay.
J on the track. You know, so
Oh, okay. Nice.
yeah.
That's what's up.
But I haven't met any artists yet. Just been like different little actors that came from my hometown, which is fire. We run into each other.
Okay. And can you talk a little bit more about, because I know you're actress as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about your acting?
Yes, I've done like voiceovers. I do like animated voiceovers. The latest one I've done was like, what was it? I want to say it was 2021. I did a voiceover for an animated cartoon called Our Father, produced by
Oh,
FTC Publications. And I'm like playing a character, a female, the daughter character, and I had to change my voice. That was the hardest thing ever to do, but I made it work. It was fun. I love doing that better than other acting.
nice. Okay, so with the voice, did they give you like creative freedom to like come up with your own voice, or did they kind of like tell you what voice they
Um,
want?
no, they actually, and it's crazy because when we started filming that, it was during the quarantine. So we're like home, and they sent us like the script of what we needed to do, and we just had to have like come up with the voice we wanted for the character. And they told us like the age, the name, and that what we'll be playing. So literally, I'm like trying to make up different voices. I'm sending like a million different dialogue scripts, but the one I had was perfect, and we kept that. So I filmed that like during the whole quarantine of just like this. Had a little app where we recorded, and they made it through that. So it was kind of crazy, but it did turn out nice. And they gave us the
Yeah,
internet
that's
database, credentials.
nice. And where can we find that?
That is actually on Netflix, Netflix and
Is
Amazon
it okay?
Prime. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, wow, that's what's up. I'm just taking notes here so I can go on over.
I know it's
Okay,
right, girl.
nice. Okay. And as far as any advice that you would give, like an up and coming artist, what are the main like things that you like, things that you've learned from yourself that you would tell other artists?
Most importantly, never give up on yourself. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be people that doubt you. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that saying don't believe in you. If you believe in yourself, that's all that matters in the game. Like stay true to your pen, even when you feel like this not good enough. Keep pushing, keep going. Like that's what I had to learn because people doubted me, and now look at my song. My song's taking off. So keep going. They gonna hear you eventually.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure.
Yes.
All right. And can you tell us again where we can find you and find your music?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Dior the Chocolate Doll. I'm also on TikTok at Dior the Chocolate Doll and Threads, same name. Spotify, really all platforms, Dior the Chocolate Doll. You can find me also. And if you got Rap Chat, I am a verified artist on there. So you can find me on Rap Chat at Dior the Chocolate Doll also.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for being on the show with us today.
Thank
And
you
we're
for
definitely going
having
to
me.
be keeping up with you. And we'd like to invite you back on, probably actually on the Rep My Block show, because we want to, um, this would be after your EP, because that show, we kind of like, if you have like an upcoming release or like right after you drop it, we tend to like to talk to you about that over there.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm actually interested, and just I can't wait to hear it. And again, thank you so much for being on the show with us today. Y'all
Thank you
check her
for having
out
me.
on all of her platforms. Dior
Thank
the
you so
Chocolate
much for
Doll.
having me. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. You have a good one.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Bye.